Sometimes we avoid the things we know we should be doing. You see, the Bible teaches us that trials are not just obstacles. They are a part of God's refining process. When you look at James 1, verse 2 to 4, it talks about how we need to consider it pure joy, brothers and sisters, whenever we face any trials of any kind, because we know that the testing of our faith produces perseverance. You see, things like chores, exercise, homework, studying, and even going to church, these aren't just about checking off tasks. They're about building character, discipline, and resilience. They're about preparing us for the greater purpose God has for each of us. Each small hard thing is a stepping stone to bigger things. And every time you push through the resistance, you become stronger, not just physically or mentally, but spiritually as well. And as Romans 5:3-4 says, not only that, but we rejoice in our suffering, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. As James Clear puts it in Atomic Habits, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. But I think that as believers, we know it's not just about becoming the best version of ourselves. It's about becoming more like Christ. In Hebrews 12:11, it reminds us that no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. However, later on, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. When you face hard things, whether it's a chore, a workout, or that task you've been avoiding, remember, God is using these moments to mold you. You are becoming the kind of person who perseveres through trials. You see, when we face hard things, we are being shaped into who God calls us to be. For me personally, Job is one of the greatest examples of enduring hardship, and probably my favorite book of the Bible. You see, he lost everything from his wealth, his health, to even his family. And yet he said, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. From that I understood that Job, even in the midst of suffering, he knew that God was in control. The hard things that he was going through, no matter how painful they were, are in fact opportunities for growth and trust in God. As a matter of fact, I'm reading a book right now called The Pain, Perplexity, and Promotion, which is a deep dive into the book of Job, showing us how on a spiritual level, the harder the things, the more we grow in spirituality. So I'd like to encourage you, remember the words of Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Keep pressing forward, trusting that God is working in the hard things. You've got this because God's got you. And don't be afraid to take a chill pill once in a while, understanding that rest is also part of the process.